It's my favourite time of the week, folks, and you know what that is? It is Friday morning, Friday afternoon, when I have to get up and I have to review total non-stop action. It's Impact, and what impacts it had on me? Well, I'll tell you what. TNA used to be great, not so much anymore, but it is the 14th of March edition of this great show that's definitely not been dead for like over 10 years, folks. Haha, absolutely not. But we do kick off our show. Tom Henneth, commentator, what a guy. And we have Chris Sabin taking on Mustafa Ali for the X Division Championship. I mean, in terms of kicking off a show, is TNA really going to get a better match than this? Probably not. I mean, the X Division title, which TNA they pick and choose when they actually want this belt to feel important, don't they? They really do. But yeah, Mustafa Ali wins. We roll up victory there. Chris Sabin, wee bit of a disappointed look. No wonder. I mean, if I lost to Mustafa Ali, I'd be pretty disappointed as well. We then go backstage. We've got Nic Nemeth, Mike Bailey, Trent Severin talking about the match later on tonight. Nick says he will take them to the danger zone, of course, because it's those three taking on Steve Macklin and the Rascals. So yeah, I mean, at least you're getting Nic Nemeth in serious action here, guys. Serious action. That's what we like to see. That's what we're getting, and we'll have to wait and see if the guy's going to win the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Because I tell you what, you look at TNA, it's like, why wouldn't they pull the trigger and just give Dolph Ziggler the belt? In all seriousness, man, is it too much to ask? Is it too one night, one lousy wee night? You can't make a wee bit of effort and make Dolph Ziggler the champion. I mean, he's 44. I mean, how long do they want to wait with Dolph Ziggler before they pull the trigger on the guy? Come on. It's a mess. It's TNA. The line's already been crossed, folks. But we then have an in-ring promo with Josh Alexander. He says, no wrestler's better than him when he's focused and locked in. So, why not be locked in every day of the week? He then calls out Hammerstone. He says Hammerstone may have took his headgear, but he didn't take his identity. And I'm going to kick your ass. But instead of Hammerstone, we've got Alpha Bravo and Oleg Prudius coming out. And yeah, essentially what we're getting here is that a match is going to happen between Josh Alexander and Oleg Prudius. So yeah, Josh Alexander defeats Oleg pretty quickly via submission, via an ankle lock. I mean, this guy against Hammerstone, they've had some pretty decent matches recently, but like, there's like no story. At least here, they're attempting to build up a story, but when you've already had two matches before you even want to inject a story in, I don't know, professional wrestling, damn it, it's all about the story in my eyes, and I can't help but feel that they've been jobbed out, to be perfectly honest, troops. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But let's not see any longer. Let's move on to a crazy Steve promo. He's standing on the stage. Their fans are chanting his name. He says, I've defeated Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, Joe Hendry, and more. I'm the only champion who defends the title every time he steps in the ring. And there's no human alive that can handle pressure like I can. But then the lights go out. PCO comes out. They're face to face. Steve backed up and he left through the tunnel like that big shite bag that he is. We then have Ace Austin with Chris Bay taking on Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian wins with a chicken wing. When was the last person to win with the chicken wing with a chicken wing? No, actually, when was the last person to win with a chicken wing, folks? I mean, that is ages ago. I mean, come on, that is an insane amount of time ago. Chicken wing, Bob Backlund, eat your heart out, son. But yeah, enough of that, guys. Let's move in to the next wee thing on this show, because big Frankie Kazarian, what a guy, picking up the assault here. The assault that he needed. Well, I've noticed at this point, where's the women on this show? Where is the women? Not that I'm crying too much about the lack of women. It's just a bit weird, because TNA has prided itself with a lot of women's action. We then have the system. Moose is listing everything he's done. And then they all put their wee hands in. Trust the system, all that good stuff. Brian Myers, Eddie Kingston, Eddie Edwards. I mean, Eddie Kingston makes Eddie Edwards look like The Rock. That's how bad Eddie Kingston is. We then have a women's segment. We do have Gia Miller and Time Machine here, locker room promo. She's bringing up the recent losses. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board. We're going to prove ourselves as the best. We're going to face the time splitter. So, yeah, I tell you what. Within a Joe Hendry against AJ Francis. I just, he did kind of get shafted here, Joe Hendry. There was chairs getting brought into the ring and things like that. But yeah, and Swan's betrayed. I mean, I guess he's jobbed out Henry here. But my problem with this is that Joe Henry deserves so much better. He really does. Like, the guy comes out, these promo packages that he edits together, and well, maybe he doesn't necessarily edit them together, right? But he's like the best thing that TNA have got, and he's nowhere near the title. We then have a sound check segment with Alan Angels and special guest asked by Elegance and her assistant. George Iceman is upset about the set not being what they promised. She participates anyway, and she announces that she will have her third match next week. Oh, look at me. My name's Dana Brooke. I'm shite. My face is plastic. Batista used to ride me. There you go. All that good stuff. We then have B Moss and Fiona Black taking on Spitfire. Spitfire win with a sit-out powerbomb. Tasha Steelz then walked out to the announcer's desk at ringside. She challenged Rosanna Grace to a knockouts title match next week. Will it go ahead? Will it be accepted? Who knows? But guys, it's time for our main event of the evening. We have got Nic Nemeth, Speedball Mountain, taking on Steve Macklin and the Rascals, and he wins via pinfall when Bailey hits a moonsault, then a spin kick. Nemeth hits the danger zone on Macklin in the danger zone, Daniel. But yeah, after the match, you've got people coming in. Moose is in there, he starts battering Nemeth, he hits him in the face with the title, hits Bailey, then 7. The system ends TNA Impact standing tall. That's where we're going to leave this show. What did you make of TNA? I mean, Speedball Mountain, Steve Macklin, the Rascals. It's fucking jobbers, no matter what direction you look, folks. Anyway, I'm giving it a 0 out of 10. TNA is fucking shite. Give somebody the belt instead of Moose.